Here from Aussie Homestead. So I just thought I'd do a quick tour of our tool shed, which is where we store all of our tools and stuff that we use on a daily basis. This is actually the back off of a truck, off of a Pantech. It used to be a delivery truck and it has a roller door on it. And I'll take you around the side and show you a side view. It used to be a mechanic's mobile repair, and we picked that up for about 60 bucks, I think, off memory. It's got a side roller door too on it. It's locked. This thing's as secure as you wouldn't believe how solid this thing is built. But we use it as a tool shed, and because it's got 2 security locks on it, so we use all of our padlocks are all keyed alike, and when we pull this roller door down, those locks go into there, and that makes this very secure. But we have a lot of Ryobi cordless power tools that we use. I mean, we use the Ryobi chainsaw. That's the ramps to put there's a small quad that lives in here actually. Jumper leads, gardening tools, axes, fence post banger for those fence posts, star posts. Again, everything has its own fluoro light, so when the generator goes on, we normally have more lighting in here than what you can see now, but I haven't got the generator running. Filing cabinets, now for storing 12 volts, metal parts, bolts, and all that sort of thing. 12 volt parts, 240 volt parts. We have 2 chainsaws at the block. We have a McCulloch M3616, and they're made by Husqvarna. Beautiful chainsaw. And of course the trusty Stihl Farm Boss. These things are indestructible, guys. If you're on the land, get yourself a Stihl chainsaw. Mind you, I don't mind the old McCullochs, or the Huskies. They're quite good. They're both 50-to-1 fuel ratio. Storage cabinet at the back contains all our plumbing parts, electrical power tools. We don't generally use them unless the cordless ones are flat, but we can plug those into the inverter and use them. Plumbing parts, welder. We keep a stick inverter welder up here. I can run that off of the generator, no problems at all, because it's an inverter welder. So I've left that up at the farm, and we use that quite a lot actually. Goods for the garden, such as roundups and all those sorts of things. Power cable, rags. Another filing cabinet. That one's for all the chainsaw parts and whipper snipper parts, and all of the stuff that you use all the time, like WD-40 and brake fluid and goddamn carby cleaner and stuff. Down in the bottom is herbicides. That's for like Roundup and controlling the St. John's wort, which we do in October. The good old miscellaneous container, the one that we just keep throwing stuff in, and one day it'll get sorted out. Batteries, drill bits, toolboxes with all the tools in them. We know every one of these drawers, and we have them all listed anyway. We know exactly what's in every drawer. But we've been doing this a long time. All those compartment containers down there have self-tapping screws, cable ties, tyre repairs, coach bolts, nuts, washers, 12-volt connectors, all the screws, they're in there. We buy them by the packet load. Again, tools. This is the 12-volt drawer for 12-volt repairs, soldering irons, tools, general tools that we use nearly every day. And this one has wire and sandpaper and stuff in it. We keep all our screwdrivers up here, our multi-testers. I've just made this little box for the multi-testers because they used to just live in there, and they used to get thrown in there, and we used to forget they were in there. So I made this little box to put the multi-testers in there. Dedicated drill. We have other drills, but this is just the one that lives in the tool shed because you can just grab this. These are the same batteries that actually run the little small tiny, you know, those little handheld chainsaws. I think they're called katanas. They're wonderful little things, but the batteries actually fit the Makita drill, so we were quite stoked about that. We got 2 batteries. Normal tools, guys, you name it, it's there. Elastic, brushes, axes, hacksaws, and it has its own little 12-volt lighting system in there. That's just a little solar light for give you a bit of light at night time if you're coming in to grab a tool. But that's basically it, guys. I just thought I'd show you our lock-up tool shed because it's very secure. But because we're half an hour away from the major city, which is Coonabarabran, if you have to go and get a nut and a bolt, it takes you, half an hour to get there, half an hour to find your nuts and bolts that you want, and then half an hour again back. So it's half of your day gone every time you go shopping. So we keep everything in these containers, and we keep a full stock take on an Excel spreadsheet. And every time we go through and do a stock take, we just replenish them by buying them in boxes. Then from the boxes, they go into the compartments. So there you go. That's our tool shed. My little Suzuki normally lives in here. It fits the tiny little Suzuki quad bike in there, and it gets locked up when we're not here. So yeah, that's the tool shed. And I've just done the video on the outdoor kitchen area, and you can see that they sit together quite nicely. Yeah, so that's Andy here, signing out from Aussie Homesteads until the next one. And the next one I'll try and do will be the power shed and the entertainment room, because we've just put a new fireplace in there. And I'll do that in another video. So I'll talk to you shortly. See you later.